that should be fine. Okay, and I should probably do it like this, and then maybe pop out the chat. Yes, I think that should be fine, and we should be live right now. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Advent of Code Day 11 already. Okay. Let's start by setting up the day before we start reading, so people have a chance to come into the chat or not. Usually people arrive fairly quickly. Let's see, day 11. Let's start changing the default program as well. Should probably have done like day 0, 1 and 0, 2 so that it would have a logical sorting, but yeah, that's fine. Still a bit cold. I turned off the heating a few hours ago, and I forgot to turn it back on again, so heating myself up with some tea. So yeah, I guess we're going to start reading day 11. Plutonian Pebbles. For those that don't know Advent of Code, let me just put it into the chat and pin it. Pin it there. And also pin it there. So this is what we're doing today. Yeah, let's read today. Plutonian Pebbles. The ancient civilization on Pluto was known for its ability to manipulate space-time, and while the historians explore their infinite corridors, you notice a strange set of physics-defying stones. At first glance, they seem like normal stones. They're arranged in a perfectly straight line, and each stone has a number engraved on it. The strange part is that every time you blink, the stones change. Okay. Sometimes the number engraved on a stone changes, other times a stone might split into two, causing all the other stones to shift over a bit to make room in their perfectly straight line. As you observe them for a while, you find that the stones have a consistent behavior. Every time you blink, the stone each simultaneously change according to the first applicable rule in this list. Alright, this is it's this kind of issue, okay. Usually when it's like this, that you have to apply rules in a certain order, it's so easy to make mistakes and mess up. So I will have to make sure that I read this properly and pay good attention. If the stone is engraved with the number 0, it's replaced by a stone engraved with number 1. If the stone is engraved with a number that has an even number of digits, it's replaced by 2 stones. The left half of the digits are engraved on the left stone, and the right half of the digits are engraved on the new right stone. The new numbers don't keep extra leading zeros. Okay. 1000 would become the stones 10 and 0. Okay. Got it. So you string split into 2, and then parse it as an integer, and then okay. Or you just trim start, but then you would end up with an empty string. So yeah, probably best to just parse into int and then use that. If none of the other rules apply, the stone is replaced by a new stone. The stone's number is multiplied by 2024. Is engraved on the new stone. Okay, so odd numbered stones will do that. Sure. No matter how the stone change, their order is preserved, and they stay on their perfect straight line. How will the stones evolve if you keep blinking at them? You take a note of the number engraved on each stone in the line your puzzle input. If you have an arrangement of 5 stones engraved with the numbers 0, 1, 10, 99, 999, and you blink once, the stone transforms as follows. The first stone, 0, becomes a stone marked 1. The second stone, 1, is multiplied by 2024 and become 2024. The third stone, 10, is split into a stone marked 1, followed by a stone marked 0. The fourth stone is split into 2 stones marked 9. Hello Sunco Software, welcome, and Smab on Twitch. Hello. I should probably also add YouTube to the overlay chat, but tonight. Let me just, I think there is something called interact. I can't remember Twitch chat. And then there's an option called interact, I think. Interact. So now I can just boom, do that. Okay, that's fine. Do you have a link to your Twitch? Of course. twitch.tv/nkcss. That's the Twitch link if you prefer it over there. I don't mind, I have them both open and it's whatever you liked. Hey Fluffy! Didn't see you rated me the other time, thank you so much. Yeah, no worries. It happens when you're focused, and I was looking for somebody who did Advent of Code after I finished, so I figured, well, let's go and rate somebody else and share the love a bit. So yeah, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, that's YouTube and Twitch chat. I was reading the rules. Did you do Advent of Code, by the way? Hey Kay, also, hi, nice to see you here. Has everybody done Advent of Code yet? I was just reading the rules of the splitting. Oh yeah, this is multiplied. Sure. If it's an even length, right? An even number of digits, so not if it's an even digit, but even number. Fluffy says, I've done part 1 this morning, kind of wondering how people react to part 2, or if that was just me. Okay. And Kay says, see, I got 11 all squared away today. Okay, nice. I've seen people in the Discord post lots of, I think there was lots of drama going on because I keep getting like spoiler alerts on my Discord notification. I haven't read them, but I know that there was a lot of talk today. For those that want to share their code, you can drop them in the show off your stuff channel on my Discord, for those that like to do that. Usually when I finish a day, at the end I go through some of the ways other people solve the issue. So yeah, so we have the rules figured out. Here are some of the examples. So after blinking once, your 5 stones would become an arrangement of 7 stones with the numbers. Sure. Initial arrangement after 1 blink. Okay. After 2 blinks. Sure. Like this is a game of life type thing, right? There's probably like a stable pattern that occurs at some time. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, but we'll figure it out. In this example, after blinking 6 times, you would have 22 stones. After blinking 25 times, you would have a lot more stones. Consider the arrangement of stones in front of you. How many stones will you have after blinking 25 times? Sure. So I'm just wondering. Like something tells me that you could do. Let's see. I'll be lurking. Take a little break from the day. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to have people in chat. So, thanks for stopping by. I think for now I'll just do the naive thing, which will probably bite me in the ass. Hey Marte, welcome. I was just reading day 1. Let's see, was there a test input actually? Yeah, this one. This was the test input. So let's put it here. Boom, 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 boom. So we have a const int repeat count p1 is 25, so I assume this one will be like, okay, and now what if we do 5 million repeations? So that's probably part 2. That's usually the case with these things. Hey Nineberry, welcome. So this is answer for part 1. Let's also copy the rules for now, because I'm terrible at remembering this stuff. And something tells me that I will have an issue with this day, because the smart thing to do here doesn't come up right away for me. So let's see how far we get. Because basically what I think is like there should be a pattern going forward. Like it's like a state machine, right? So you have a number, and hopefully after X iterations you end up at the same number, so you can look at what one thing does and then you can extrapolate that. So I should probably find something like that. Luke Lightning says buy extra RAM. Well, this machine has 128 gigs, I think, and I'm already using 49 gigs of that. So, so yeah, I should buy more RAM. Nineberry says, I don't believe there's enough RAM available in all of the Netherlands. Thanks for all the... yeah. So like I said, it's probably I should probably write something that takes an input number and then just keeps going, keeps going until it reaches at least that same number. No, probably the pattern of things, but yeah. Maybe it should work in reverse. Nah. Let me just start by implementing the code. So we have input as int split by white. Let's just make it int 64s. Actually, we can keep it as strings, because like the length of digits matters, or it's an actual 0, otherwise we multiply. So you probably keep it in its original form. So yeah, split by ASCII white space. So we can do list string parsed like this. Actually, we can just make sure that we initialize it here. Parsed equals to this. So I'm thinking if I should have like a function and then like do 1 and then do n. Let me see. So I can do if value equals 0 is, let's just do it like this. If value equals 0, return actually yield 1. Let's keep it with constants here. Else if value.length is there was like a, what is it, number, wasn't there like a is odd? No. Okay. I've seen that helper, but I don't know what namespace it lives in, so it's fine. we'll do it the inefficient way probably. We do yield return value dot substring value dot length divided by 2. Int half length is this. Else yield return, we do long.parse value times multiplier, which is const long 2024. And I need to wrap this as a string, obviously. So now we have a function that can process it. Either way, the value is always changed and based on how long it is. I'm just thinking, like, what is an efficient way to do this? Like a linked list maybe, but let's not worry too much about it. We can do for each for int I is 0, I smaller, repeat count p1, do it like this. We do for each, yeah, and then no, that's also annoying. Do we just create a new list every time? We might as well. List string new list. Boom. We can do new list of add range process s, and then we do I wonder if we should just use AB. So let's see. Okay, let's say that we call this read A. So if we read A, we write to B. So now we need to make sure that we clear the other one before we do that. First solution I see using string. Ah, okay. Very confident. Let's see. We can do the same logic here. If read A, we want B, otherwise we want A dot clear. So this lets us use like two lists alternating. At least if my logic is correct, right? So we start with read A true because we set our starting value there. So we clear B, then we loop through every string in A, we process it and add the result to B. And the next iteration we will switch. And then P1 equals, since it switches every time, we need to read the other one, .lang account. So I think this should work. Let's see what happens. Boom. That's not correct. Okay, let's see. So let's step through it and see what happens. Let's put this off to the side. Can we do this? I'll just make this smaller here. Watch out, there are two example inputs. Okay, I think I have this one. Ah! It's still wrong, but... No, this is the input that I have. Like, let me just step through it, it should be fine. Suggest you start with the example with less iterations. Yeah, I'll just look at what the first one gives me. So the first one, it will give you a string of 1. That is fine. Then it will do this. Nope, it will, yeah, add 24. So now like B will have 2024, so that is fine. Then a 1 and a 0, that's also fine. Two 9s, that is also correct. And the last one is 2 1. Okay, so everything so far is correct. That is interesting. Quick watch. So now if we do like a string.join like this gives the same input here, right? Let me shift it over. It doesn't want to do that. Can I fit it on screen? Yes, like this. Okay. So here we have it, and it has 1, 2024, 1, 9, 0, 9, 9, and that's it. Okay, so the first iteration is correct. Also, let me just make a debug version, start with this, and then see what it does. So that I can print it out. That might be better. So here I can do console.writeLine iteration I plus 1, and then we do string join, same thing here. And let's also start with the small one. Okay, I did have the wrong initial value here. So this one was based off of this. So maybe my code does work. Maybe not. Let's see. 17, 53. Ah, this is my issue, yeah. And they said it explicitly. That's why it's good to visualize, and I'm still an idiot for not trimming this. I actually said it while I was coding it that I needed to do that. Nice. So yeah. So this one is dot trim start this. But then I need to make sure string p2 trim is that. No, actually I can still do it that way. Dot pad right 1, 0. Okay, so this will trim out all the spaces, the zeros, and then make sure that if there's no zeros, we'll deal it out. Okay. Okay. And my value is still not correct, so let's see what else I forgot to handle. There. 20, 24, 52, 70, 20, 24, 202, 4, sure. Then there's the 32 one. I think that's also correct. 12, 40, 48, 2, 40. Looks correct. And people say zeros don't matter. Let's see, is read A at the end of the loop? Yeah, that's why if read A, I read B in this case. So I accounted for it. Big answers for the original example. Let me see. No, in this example, after 6 times with 22, 25 times. So this one is for this, the longer example thing, right? So we have 55,000, and I should probably stop writing out if I smaller, let's say 8, because it gets big really fast. Am I iterating too many times? Wasn't it 25? Now, after blinking 25 times, you would have this many stones. After 6 times, there's 22, and there it's still correct. After 25 times, you would have this many stones. And I'm actually still below 1. Like my value is still below. I can show you here. So I'm at like 33. So I mean, I can still do this. Ah, 55312. Okay. So my repeat count needs to be inclusive. Interesting. So yeah, that's part 1. And I need to make sure that I do my debug print also like this, so that we don't do it there. Let's see if I run it for the real input. Boom. Input string was not in the correct format. I need to trim out the new lines. I always forget that. Okay. Woohoo! Part 1 done. Okay. Yeah, for me it's the first off by 1 for sure. Yeah. At least I noticed that the value was small enough that it could grow into one, and I decided to do one more. Now, let's get hit. Oh, I thought it would be a lot more than this, but it's probably still an issue. The historian's sure taking a long time. To be fair, the infinite corridors are very large. How many stones would you have after blinking? A total of 75 times. Yeah, I expected this. I just expected the answer to be more ridiculous, but that's fine. There's no test answer for P2. So I need to make sure that I can't. So test is fine. I don't even want to try it, but it would be fun to see how many iterations it will do. So, just for fun. Let's see what happens when I run this. It probably bogs out pretty early. And let's just write out 2. Let's do stopwatch dot get timestamp var start is this. Always fun to just see a computer cry that elapsed stopwatch get timestamp. Previous comma now. This will be start coming out, and this will be this, and then you do previous is now. So yeah, let's make the computer cry and see if the stream drops. So yeah, you can see it slow down in real time here. I wonder actually, because the previous one did 25. It didn't look that slow. Am I missing something? What is the memory doing? Still got plenty of leeway. But yeah. What I was thinking is, no, but part 1, it did 25 iterations. And it completed fairly fast. So why did it, I expected it to do the first 25 faster. You should make it to 25, that was the last part. Yeah, but part 1 is the same in MS. Yeah, but like 15 iterations. What did I mess something up? So yeah, I can see it's vastly increasing here. I just wonder why this is really slow right now when part 1 completes instantly. The only thing that I changed was adding this, right? Oh, my bad. I didn't reparse. I actually, this is already so this is already like iteration 40. That's why it's so slow. This is iteration 40 already, because I never cleared parsed. So yeah, that's a good one to know. Sure. And I should probably just say, do it like this. See, if I do it like this, it will be zoop. Yeah. Where is the input? I just, instead of copying the initial parts value, I actually just used it. So I would modify it in my A/B loop. So like the first 25 iterations takes like 125 milliseconds in debug, not optimized, etc. So yeah, now the trick becomes detecting the loop. So let's see. So I want to see what are the distinct numbers after each iteration, and when does it become stable, as in it won't grow. So we do a dictionary, and we can do that in part 1. Let's do it in part 2. Why not? We do a dictionary of int, and we do a hash set of a string in this case. Unique values in iteration. It's blah. Okay. So what we do is for iteration 0, and we need to make sure that we also do it neatly here. Why start making a mess? So we do dot add 0, comma, and this will be new. We can actually do this parsed, because this one will create a new hash set in this case. So in this one we can always do I plus 1. And we need to make sure that we do, since it's already switched here, we need to make sure we do this. And we can do this. So if you run this now, we should be able it's still growing. I'm not happy with that. Then there must be a different trick. So is there a prediction in the way that a starting value grows, like lengthwise? That's interesting. So maybe we need to examine individual numbers to see if they produce something so that we can take them out of the input, so that there's less to process. So it's probably now interesting to look at what the unique values are here. So let's see. So at least this was kicked off again. Let me see. Yeah, I think there will be a few stable things so that every time when you add a certain thing, you can extrapolate what happens. So like every time you add a 0, everything that happens after will be the same. So it will grow at a fixed rate. So what if I go back to test? So I wonder how long before another 0 gets added. So let's do string.join. We can just pause it here. Let's see. 0, 1, 2024. Then, okay. So after 1, 2, 3, 4 times after the words, a 2 gets added. And then this one adds itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So plus 4, it starts a whole new thing. So This one results in 2 additional ones. One, 0, and then it adds another one. So like the pattern of 0, 1, 24, then 20, 24, that one will keep repeating for this bracket, and then these ones trigger their own pass, and then these trigger their own pass. So the question is, when do these trigger their own? Is that the case? Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So +4, +4. So it takes 4 ticks for the cycle to restart, and then grow. So the question is, what happens there? Because it's the same, we have to then, like, a new one is established here. So every time a new number is established, we need to work out when it will repeat itself. Is that true? Because you want to see when something happens the first time and then the second time, and then how that works out. 9. You are so close. Thanks. So the same as here. So it. Just trying to think if there's a way to predict it better, but because what you want to do is not keep adding these things, but just what they mean for the total every time. And the thing is, there's a simple trick, or at least if you know how to do this is very simple, because it's just a way of handling this, but I can't remember it, and I think I've done something in the past, but I'm also not sure if I figured it out back then. I'm just trying to think, like, is there a way to properly extrapolate what happens in the future based off of what we see here? Because I can see like this, the pattern repeats every 4 times, right? Every 4 times later, the same thing gets added, and it's the same for everything basically. If you go here, 4 lines later, it's here, 20, 20. And then here you have 0 to 4. So this is a new chain. So this 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's here again. So boom. And then we have a new number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it should be here again, right? But does that hold true for everything? Because we've seen this one before, the 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will be here, yeah. The 80 and then the 69, so everything holds true, like 4 later, they will be there, plus what's before it. So if I take a 0, 4 later, I know that it will be this plus this. So is it that this is times 3? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Trying to figure out how I can extrapolate this. Because I know that every number that I see, 4 later I will see it again. But there's also like the effect that it has, and how do you quantify that properly? So will there be one that has... When does it double itself? I spent an interesting time in this rabbit hole. Yeah, I can imagine. I wonder if there's like here we have 0, 1. Oh, then it shifts over. 124. Check the amount of unique values in iteration 23 and 24. Okay. They're the same. Oh wait, they're stable here. So would it be that you start now? That's interesting. So it stabilizes here. That is very interesting. Only I'm not sure now why it wouldn't, why this doesn't happen with all the others and how I can take advantage of that. Because I had it run for a longer time. Can I do that for each unique value in the input? Okay, let's see. For int find stable string value. Okay. That also needs to be sequence equal, right? So, if when it's all said and done, if count equals dot count and sequence equal return I. Max value. This is an infinite loop, so yeah, doesn't matter. So let's get rid of this for now. For each string val in parsed, find stable val and stable add into this console that line. Is stable at iteration blah. And I wonder if this is even true for everyone, but let's experiment a little and see what happens. Unique values here. I don't think my logic works here. Oh, but the absolute amount doesn't have to be unique. The sequence equal, because it's a hash set. Oh yeah, I ordered it, so that doesn't matter. The actual values need to match up. Let's see. Like this. Oh, this is okay. Cool. Let's run this again. Okay. So there is an option there. I should not print out all the noise there. I can do it on the final step, so that I get all the values there. Let's see. So one is stable after, oh, they're all stable after this many operations. Okay. So does that mean that I need to run this to 46? No. So now that we know that everything becomes stable at 23 iterations, how do we use this to actually fix this? And the values that are in there are all the same. So does that mean that every digit just turns into 54 digits after 23 iterations? Is that the thing I'm seeing here? I feel that I'm very, very close, but Luke says check the values. These are the, I have all the values here. They're all the same. That's why it's stable. Like every one of these turns into this sequence at one point. So basically, no matter what you start with, after 23 iterations, you have 54 numbers. Unique numbers, but that doesn't give me the... Let me see how many unique, how many actual values there are in there. So A should have the values now. Is my logic correct here? Let's see. The larger one should be the one that we check, right? So I think this one is still wrong. This one needed to be A, not B. Absolute total values. This. Also the same. So does that mean that so they all produce the same number of values, so it doesn't matter what character you start with. When it's stable, it has produced the same amount of values no matter what the starting value is. So I was like, can we shortcut it by doing this times each other? I actually want to go back to the old iteration here. Let me put this one back. Did I have a... Let me see. Let me put this number in here because it seems special. Let me see. Yeah, that's the unique values, but I want to know the actual number. I don't write them down. Let me put them down there as well. R2, and we don't want to actually dump out all the values. That is fine. Unique values, total values, and this one will be I still think that I'm doing this one wrong here. Oh, yeah. I think I have these switched here, but and that's why I was probably off by one. No, wait, I need to go here. So I have read A, so we clear B. So we've added to B here. So now read A is false. Should do B, okay. So that's still okay. B, A. So close. That count. Let's see that and see if the numbers are divisible by what I expect it to be. So we have after 38085 divided by this. Nope. 58170. No. So when but it's also like the individual numbers may be stable, but when you introduce them next to each other, they create new things. So it doesn't matter, does it? Because the combination of the two will create new stuff between them. Yeah, I think I'm at a loss here, and that I need to surrender and look up more info. Let's see. Big Lightning says there's no interaction between two numbers. Yeah, that's true. Then why do I see unique values go up when every individual value becomes stable at 23? So if the whole thing was stable for all the individual ones, let's see, the text in the puzzle is misleading. No matter how the stones change, their order is preserved and they stay on a perfect straight line. No, you're correct. I'm just wondering, like, we did this whole thing here. Every unique number that we found in the input, they're all stable at a given point. Yet when I run my code, the amount of unique values grows, which is weird. because I would expect it to be stable at a certain point, because all the individual ones are stable, and if they don't interact, then why does this grow? Do you know what I mean? So I'm missing something somewhere. Like every one of these numbers, when I look at them individually, they say, okay, it becomes stable at a certain iteration, always the same iteration, and they always produce the same numbers, all of them. Yet when I run the code, unique values go up, even past where it should have been stable. So how is that possible? What am I doing wrong there? Because they can't both be true. Unless I'm missing something, but... Oh, wait. Did I not do this? Am I such an idiot? Wait, let's do this first. Zero is stable at that value. Okay, let's see. 1 is stable at 21. This one is stable. Okay, I was an idiot. Never mind. I was just processing this one. Jesus. How long did it take me to find that? So 1 is at 21. 0 at 22. This one apparently is stable at 17. Probably need these values here, but it's trying to do something right now that it can't find. Which value is this? 740994. Okay. We're already at iteration how many? 46. Okay. Let me just, I think I need a Google. I need more help. What would be, sequence of numbers doesn't matter. Smab says, it was about this time I stepped through what I was doing and took a completely different approach. Yeah, I can imagine. But the thing is, there are numbers that are stable at a certain point, like, and probably this one will yield numbers in between that might yield numbers that you can then like there should be a way to shortcut some numbers, but yeah, it's not coming to me right now. So I think we'll end it here because it's 10 a.m. 10 p.m. and I still need to finish building 2 PCs for a customer tomorrow that I need to go to in the morning. I thought I'd do the stream and then finish it up, but I don't think I'm gonna make it in time, and staring at this for longer won't help right now. So I'll have to go build computers right now, and maybe it will come to me in a dream, but I doubt it. There's something here that I can do to solve this, and I feel it's at my fingertips, but I'm not there yet. And I actually think that there has been a year, like in the last, in here, might have been a solution. Smash says, it's nice to see someone went down the same rabbit hole as me. Yeah, I just wish I had more time to like calmly go through it. Because I'm like, clock is ticking and I need to also get some sleep today. It's annoying. Luke says the solution is in the other direction. Yeah. Going in reverse. Sure. Nineberry says, you won't find an answer in these concrete numbers. Step back and think about a different approach while building those PCs. Yeah, I'll have to. So yeah, sorry to disappoint today, but I will have to end the stream. And now I won't be able to look at your code. Damn. So yeah, I'll let you know what I do. I might revisit it tomorrow after I've come back from the customer. Maybe give it another stab. Or maybe I'll just give in and read more about it. Maybe I'll try to do some Googling without going to the Reddit thread to see like what approaches I could do for this. But yeah. Smap says, I was out when you streamed yesterday. Ah. Sorry you missed it. I looked at the code. There's a VOD on YouTube. Amarte says, tomorrow then. You think you'll stream that? What do you mean? Like going through this again? Yeah, it depends on how my day goes, really. I will stream tomorrow, of course, because I'll try the next day, but I want to finish this as well, because this will keep bothering me now till it's resolved. I'll let you know in Discord what I do. I don't know yet. I'm just a very time constrained, sadly. So yeah, I think for now I'll just go raid somebody. And if I find a spot to pick this up again tomorrow, maybe I'll just do a stream during the day to see if we can finish this and then look at what everybody else did and discuss it a bit more. So yeah, it all depends on how it goes. I have a few hours of finishing, like setting up 2 machines. Luckily I've done most of the work, and it's just probably like an hour and a half left. So then tomorrow I have to go to my trainer, rush home, get changed and freshened up, go to a customer, set up 4 new machines there, and meanwhile I'll be thinking of this problem. So yeah, let's see. Twitch, I'll turn off Spotify. Let me turn off my audio so that I can hear what people are saying on Twitch. Did I open Twitch? Yes. Let's go to see if people are streaming Advent of Code. Nick says, good luck with the machine, see you tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. Issue will be that I'll get spoiled here. Day 11. Somebody's doing day 8. Let's see. That might be safe.
So I would love to make Twitch and everything I love to do as my living. So that's why I'm
Sure.
like trying to think of anything that I love to
Let's
do and
rate
just
there.
trying to like think of ways that I can make money with
Rate.
it.
Boom. Thanks everybody, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Let's hope it will be better than today.
You made an amateur. Oh wait, I think like with Twitch, you don't even get to cash out what you make unless you make like $50 or something. Twitch pays. Here I go streaming. I like money. Yeah, Twitch pays.